be teaching you about the Mayan numeration system. It is based on base 20, and the reason they did it like that is because they counted with their fingers and their toes. For 20 to the 0 power, they would have the ones place, and they called it a hun. 20 to the first power would be 20, and they called it a cal, and so on.
I'm Minji, and the Mayan numeration system used only 3 symbols. 0 looks like a shell, and 1, it's called a dot, and this is called a bar, and this represents a 5. Okay, so this is an example of a Mayan number. The reason why it's written in 3 different colors is that each one represents different place value. So this is 20 to 0, 20 to the first, 20 to the second. So how we would write it in numbers, so 2 dots and a line represents 7, a shell represents a 0, and a line represents 5. So this would mean 705.
Hi, my name is Kimberly, and I'm going to show you how to translate Mayan numbers into base 10. So we're going to start up here. The line is a 5, 2 lines and 3 dots are 13. 3 lines with a dot is 16, and just 2 dots are 2. And we're gonna multiply by their bases. This one is 8,000. This one would be 400, 20, and 1. So 500 times 5 times 8,000 is 40,000. 5,200. 320, and this one will be a 2. And then you add all these numbers and to get to the answer will be 45,522 to the base 10. And that's how you convert.
Alright, so my name is Megan, and I'm going to show you how to translate from base 10 into the Mayan numbers. So if you had this number 56,758, and that was in base 10, you would start off by taking the 56,000 and you would divide that by 8. So you would do 56,000 divided by 8,000. And that's because this is the 20 to the third in the place value. So then you would divide it by the base 10 value. So then when you do that, you get 7. So then next, I'll use a different color to kind of show you. You would take this 700 here, and you would divide that by the second lowest one, which is 20 to the second, so you divide that by 400. So when you divide that by 400, you would be left with, 1 remainder 300. So then next, you would take this 50 and you would drag that down, and you would add this 300 to that 50 because that was what your remainder was. So then you would have 350, and you would divide that by the next placeholder, which is 20. So then when you do 350 divided by 20, then you end up with 17 with a remainder of 10. So then next, I'm gonna grab another color. Finally, you would take this 8 and you drag that down and you would add this 10 to that 8. So you would do 18 and you divide it by what the 20 to the 0 was, so that's 1. So you divide that by 1 and then you would have 18. So then if you were going to convert this to how the Mayans would write their numbers, then you would first grab the 7 and you'd put that there. And then you would take this 1 here and drag it over. And you'd also take the 17 and drag that over. And then finally you would take the 18 and drag that over. So with all these numbers, you would write them out how they would be written out in Mayan. So the 7, you would do the line with 2 dots because the line is 5 and the 2 dots are each 1. And then with the 1, that would just be a dot. And with the 17, that would actually be 3 lines because each line is 5, and then it would be 15 with remainder of 2 there. And then finally with the 18, you would have 3 lines with 3 dots. So then when you put it all together, you end up with the 3 lines, 3 dots, 3 lines, 2 dots, 1 dot, a line, and 2 dots. And that is how you would convert 56,758 base 10 to how the Mayans would.